Ladies and gentlemen, there is a quiet strength in the world that too often goes unnoticed. It is not the thunderous roar of triumph, nor the blaring trumpet of victory. Instead, it is the steady beat of resolve, the whispered prayer of hope, and the gentle rise of a woman who has fallen. Imagine her for a moment, not as a figure draped in perfection, but as someone who has walked through the shadowed valleys of failure, heartbreak, and despair. She stumbles, perhaps even crumbles under the weight of life's harshness. And yet, she rises. Why does she rise? Not because the world is kind, nor because the path is easy. She rises because within her is the quiet conviction that failure is not her identity. It is a chapter, not the story, a moment, not the meaning. Her rising is not merely an act of survival, but an act of defiance, a declaration that no fall can define her worth. Life, you see, is not a straight road paved with ease. It is a labyrinth of twists and turns, mountains and valleys, each demanding a choice. To rise after a fall is to choose courage over despair, effort over complacency. And though it is tempting to remain in the dust, to dwell on what was lost or broken, she understands a profound truth, that to stay down is to let the fall win. In her rising, she does not erase the pain or the scars. Instead, she carries them with her, not as burdens, but as badges of her strength. She learns that every fall is a teacher, and every wound a testament to her endurance. She understands that in the furnace of failure, character is forged, and in the face of adversity, resilience is born. And so, when she rises, she does so not merely for herself, but for others, for those who watch in silence, longing for courage to do the same. Her rising sends ripples through the world, whispering to all who witness it, "You can rise too." To rise after a fall is not to erase the pain of falling, it is to acknowledge it, to honor it, and to let it refine you. It is the work of a lifetime, a discipline of the soul, and a triumph far greater than any outward success. For the woman who rises after every fall is not merely a survivor, she is a beacon, lighting the way for others. So let us honor her, not with empty praise, but with lives that rise, fall, and rise again. Let us meet life's trials with steadfast hearts and refuse to let any stumble define us. For in the rising we discover not only our strength, but the boundless grace that lifts us beyond what we thought possible. This highlights the idea that true strength is not always loud or aggressive. It is often quiet, composed, and filled with grace. When faced with challenges, a resilient woman maintains her dignity and calmness, inspiring those around her by showing that adversity doesn't need to strip away her poise or kindness. Rising after a fall is not just about regaining lost ground, it is an act of reclaiming one's power. This keynote emphasizes how each time a woman rises, she becomes stronger, more resilient, and more attuned to her own inner potential. Her ability to rise demonstrates an unstoppable force within her. Often, resilience is not about grand gestures, but quiet, steady determination. This keynote sheds light on the subtle yet profound strength of a woman who perseveres through life's challenges without needing applause or recognition, proving that resilience is the backbone of true strength. This phrase encapsulates the idea that every fall can be a step toward growth if approached with courage. Instead of fearing failure, a resilient woman learns to embrace it, understanding that even setbacks can propel her forward if she chooses to learn from them. Scars, whether physical or emotional, are often seen as symbols of pain. However, this keynote emphasizes reframing them as powerful stories of survival and triumph. Each scar becomes a badge of honor, representing lessons learned and battles won, inspiring both herself and others. Struggles are not just obstacles, they are opportunities for growth. This keynote reflects on how hardships can forge inner strength, transforming a woman into someone more resilient, compassionate, and wise than she was before facing the challenge. This draws imagery from the phoenix, symbolizing rebirth. It speaks to a woman's ability to rebuild her life, often stronger and more vibrant than before, after enduring significant setbacks or destruction. She doesn't just recover, she transcends. Resilience is not just about toughness, it has a beauty of its own. This keynote celebrates the elegance and grace of a woman who continues to rise despite hardships, proving that strength can be beautiful when paired with empathy, wisdom, and courage. This keynote focuses on perseverance through seemingly insurmountable challenges. By taking small, deliberate steps, a woman can overcome incredible odds, proving that determination and consistency can outshine even the greatest obstacles. Rather than seeing failure as the end, this phrase reframes it as the beginning of something greater. It suggests that each fall equips a woman with the tools, resilience, wisdom, and strength needed to soar higher than ever before, transforming her setbacks into catalysts for flight. This keynote emphasizes that failure is not a destination but a part of the journey. A resilient woman understands that falling is merely a pause, not the conclusion. Instead of letting failure define her, she uses it as a stepping stone toward greater achievements. A woman's ability to rise after falling has a ripple effect. Her resilience becomes an example, inspiring others, especially younger generations, to face their own challenges with courage and determination. Her story teaches that strength can be found even in the most difficult circumstances. When a woman falls, she doesn't just stay down. Instead, she learns. This keynote reflects the idea that some of life's greatest lessons are found during the toughest moments. The dust symbolizes the humility and grounding that come with failure, making her stronger for her next rise. This keynote celebrates the paradox of a woman who looks gentle and graceful on the outside but harbors the fierce heart of a warrior within. Her strength isn't always visible, but it is revealed in her relentless determination to rise after every fall. Each fall presents a unique challenge, and overcoming it adds a new layer of resilience. This keynote highlights how a woman grows stronger with each setback, turning her hardships into tools for future success. This focuses on perspective. Where others see failure as the end, a resilient woman sees it as an opportunity to learn, grow, and rise stronger. Her ability to reframe defeat into something constructive is what sets her apart. Overcoming challenges is not just a skill but an art, a deliberate, thoughtful process. This keynote emphasizes the grace, strategy, and inner strength a woman uses to rise after every fall, showing that resilience is both intentional and inspiring. This highlights the transient nature of failure versus the lasting impact of resilience. A fall might knock her down momentarily, but her ability to rise defines her legacy. Rising becomes an eternal part of her character and identity. This keynote celebrates the power of comebacks. It is not the fall that defines her, but the way she rises time and time again. Her strength is in her refusal to give up, showing the world that persistence is the ultimate form of power. Starting over requires courage, but doing so with grace is a testament to a woman's strength. This keynote explores the beauty and resilience involved in picking oneself up, letting go of the past, and embracing new beginnings with hope and determination. This keynote highlights the transformative journey from failure to achievement. A resilient woman sees setbacks not as barriers but as stepping stones, using her experiences to pave the way toward her ultimate success. Traditional notions of power often focus on dominance, but this keynote reframes power as the quiet, persistent strength of resilience. A woman's ability to rise after a fall redefines power as the capacity to endure, adapt, and overcome. This emphasizes the constructive nature of resilience. After each fall, A woman doesn't just rise, she builds pathways that connect her past challenges to future opportunities. These bridges symbolize growth, wisdom, and the ability to move forward. Scars are often seen as symbols of pain, but this keynote reframes them as marks of triumph. A woman's scars tell a story of resilience, proving that she has faced adversity and emerged stronger, more courageous, and more determined. This keynote paints a vivid picture of rebuilding after devastation. The rubble represents the remnants of failure or hardship, and her rise symbolizes the ability to create something meaningful and beautiful out of what once seemed hopeless. Resilience is a choice, and this keynote emphasizes that a woman consciously decides to fight rather than give up. Even when surrender feels easier, she chooses strength, proving her courage and determination to rise. Every failure is a lesson, and this keynote illustrates how each stumble provides the foundation for future success. By learning and growing from her falls, a woman ascends toward greatness one step at a time. Instead of breaking her spirit, her falls strengthen her determination. This keynote highlights how setbacks fortify her willpower, making her even more committed to overcoming challenges and achieving her goals. This keynote focuses on the idea that even in the darkest moments, hope is present. A resilient woman finds the glimmer of possibility within every fall, using it as motivation to rise and try again. While falling can feel like a loss, this keynote reframes it as an opportunity. Starting over is not a setback, but a gift, a chance to redefine oneself, learn from the past, and create a new, stronger foundation for the future. This keynote explores how enduring pain can lead to discovering one's inner strength. A woman who rises after a fall transforms her suffering into a source of power, proving that adversity often conceals untapped potential. Rather than being defined by her struggles, a resilient woman channels her pain into meaningful action. This keynote focuses on how she uses her experiences to fuel her goals, help others, and create a purposeful life. Drawing on the symbolism of the phoenix, this keynote celebrates a woman's ability to rise from the ashes of her struggles. Each fall becomes a chance for rebirth, renewal, and reinvention, making her stronger and more vibrant than before. This keynote emphasizes that falling is not a failure but a necessary part of learning to soar. A woman's resilience comes from using her falls to build the strength and skills needed to reach new heights. Rather than hiding from her vulnerabilities, a resilient woman embraces them, turning her perceived weaknesses into sources of growth. This keynote reflects the paradox that true strength often arises from moments of fragility and self-reflection. This keynote focuses on the inner beauty of a woman who remains steadfast despite her struggles. While she may face hardship, her spirit refuses to break, showcasing the quiet yet profound resilience that inspires those around her. Life is not a straight path, it is a series of ups and downs. This keynote celebrates the resilience required to navigate the journey, where each fall teaches lessons and every rise reaffirms her strength. Falling forces her to confront her limits and discover hidden capabilities. This keynote highlights how each setback becomes a catalyst for self-discovery, enabling her to rise stronger and with newfound freedom. Instead of seeing falling as failure, this keynote reframes it as an opportunity for growth. Every setback is a chance for introspection, learning, and transformation, encouraging a woman to embrace challenges as steps toward personal evolution. When a resilient woman rises, her impact resonates beyond herself. This keynote emphasizes the powerful ripple effect of her comebacks, inspiring others to rise from their own struggles and showcasing the lasting influence of resilience. When a woman rises after a fall, her journey becomes a beacon of hope for others. This keynote highlights how her resilience not only uplifts herself, but also motivates others to face their struggles with optimism and courage. This keynote emphasizes that falling isn't the end, it's the start of something new. Each setback provides an opportunity to reassess, realign, and embark on a fresh path with renewed determination. True strength lies in the act of rising, no matter how many times one falls. This keynote celebrates the determination and perseverance required to face challenges head-on and keep moving forward. A woman's resilience commands attention and admiration. This keynote reflects on how her ability to rise inspires not just those close to her, but also a broader audience, showcasing the universal power of determination. This keynote equates a woman's ability to bounce back from adversity to a superpower. Her resilience, forged through challenges, becomes her most extraordinary and defining strength. A woman's rise after a fall is often fueled by a deep belief in herself and her potential. This keynote focuses on how her unshakable belief in her abilities gives her the strength to keep moving forward, no matter how difficult the journey. While resilience is an individual trait, this keynote highlights how a woman's strength is also reinforced by the support of her community. The encouragement and solidarity of others help her rise and continue her journey. A woman's resilience doesn't just affect her, it has a domino effect. This keynote celebrates how her ability to rise inspires others to do the same, creating a powerful chain reaction of strength and empowerment. This keynote emphasizes how each challenge adds to a woman's inner strength. Rather than diminishing her, every obstacle she faces serves to deepen her resilience and help her grow even stronger. Sometimes rising after a fall is an act of rebellion against the circumstances that try to hold a woman back. This keynote celebrates how resilience can be a radical act of defiance, challenging the forces that seek to limit her. This keynote portrays a woman's resilience as a symbol of freedom. By rising after every fall, she frees herself from the limitations imposed by society, fear, or doubt, proving that resilience is the ultimate form of liberation. This keynote highlights how a resilient woman frees herself from self-doubt. Instead of being confined by her insecurities, she rises above them, using her self-belief to break free and pursue her dreams with confidence. This keynote celebrates how a woman's resilience allows her to rise even from the darkest depths of despair. It emphasizes that no matter how deep the fall, the strength to rise always remains within, waiting to be tapped into. This keynote focuses on the revolutionary power of resilience. A woman's ability to rise after every fall challenges societal expectations, norms, and limitations, making her personal journey a quiet yet powerful revolution. A woman's story of overcoming struggles is itself a source of strength. This keynote emphasizes how she draws power from her own narrative, using her experiences and growth to fuel her future triumphs. Every time a woman rises, it marks the start of something new. This keynote highlights how resilience brings forth new possibilities, opportunities, and beginnings, enabling her to create a fresh path for herself after each setback. But this keynote reflects on the beauty and grace of rising with a sense of purpose. A woman's resilience is not just about survival, but about rising with a clear intention to make a meaningful impact on her life and the lives of others. A woman's ability to rise after every setback becomes a source of inspiration to others. This keynote emphasizes how each challenge she faces and overcomes serves as a testament to her strength, motivating others to do the same. Resilience is not just an innate trait, but a gift that grows stronger over time. This keynote celebrates the ability to see resilience as a gift that a woman gives to herself, allowing her to continuously rise, adapt, and evolve. This keynote focuses on how a woman's wisdom grows with every experience of rising from adversity. Each challenge provides her with a deeper understanding of herself, others, and the world around her, making her more capable and insightful. Self-love is a key ingredient in resilience, and this keynote celebrates how a woman's ability to rise is rooted in the deep love and respect she has for herself. This love drives her to keep going, even when life presents difficult challenges. This keynote highlights how every time a woman rises, she creates a work of art her own life. Her resilience becomes a masterpiece, one that is crafted through challenges, triumphs, and the strength to stand again after each fall. A resilient woman rises with an unshakable spirit, no matter how many times she's knocked down. This keynote celebrates her determination and the steadfast inner strength that fuels her rise, ensuring that nothing can break her resolve. Pain is often seen as a barrier, but this keynote celebrates how a resilient woman transforms pain into a source of power. She channels her hurt into strength, using it to push forward, grow, and achieve greater things. This keynote focuses on how a woman's resilience can inspire an entire movement. When she rises, her story spreads, sparking change and encouraging others to rise with her, creating a collective force for empowerment and transformation. Resilience isn't only about power, but also about finding peace in the face of adversity. This keynote emphasizes how a resilient woman finds inner peace through her ability to rise, accept challenges, and continue on her path with calm determination. A resilient woman doesn't just rise silently, her strength becomes her voice. This keynote highlights how her journey and her resilience empower her to speak out, share her story, and inspire others with her courage and wisdom. A woman's resilience often serves a greater purpose, lifting others. This keynote emphasizes that her rise isn't just for her own benefit, but is also an act of compassion, showing others that they too can rise and overcome their challenges. Every time a woman rises, she rebuilds herself. This keynote reflects on the power of reconstruction, as resilience often involves not just returning to where she was, but creating a new and stronger version of herself with every rise. A woman's ability to rise is a reflection of her integrity, her commitment to doing what's right, even when it's hard. This keynote focuses on how her resilience is a direct result of the values she holds dear and how they guide her through every challenge. This keynote acknowledges that much of a woman's resilience is invisible. Her inner strength, though often hidden, fuels her ability to rise again and again, proving that true power often lies in what is unseen and unspoken. This keynote celebrates how a woman's resilience has the power to break down barriers. Whether societal, personal, or professional, her ability to rise continually challenges and dismantles the limitations placed upon her, creating space for her growth. This keynote emphasizes how a resilient woman views setbacks not as defeats, but as opportunities for growth. She understands that each fall is merely a stepping stone towards her next rise, and she uses every setback to move forward with greater strength. A woman's resilience represents a powerful reclamation of her personal power. This keynote celebrates her ability to rise and take control of her life, reclaiming her strength and self-determination after every fall. Rising against the odds isn't just about strength, but grace. This keynote highlights how a woman faces overwhelming circumstances with poise and dignity, showing that resilience doesn't have to be loud or aggressive to be powerful. Every time a woman rises, it nourishes her spirit, making it stronger and more vibrant. This keynote celebrates how her resilience not only helps her survive, but also allows her to thrive, feeding her soul with strength, wisdom, and purpose. Resilience is rooted in self-awareness. This keynote focuses on how a resilient woman rises, because she knows her worth, her inherent value, is never defined by her failures, but by the strength, wisdom, and courage she possesses. Sometimes a woman's rise is quiet and unseen, but it is no less powerful. This keynote highlights the beauty of silent victories, where her resilience shines through without fanfare, a testament to her inner strength and determination. Instead of allowing struggles to isolate her, this keynote celebrates how a woman uses her experiences to build bridges, connecting with others who face similar challenges. Her resilience fosters empathy and creates bonds that unite and empower. A woman's resilience doesn't just impact her own life, it reverberates through generations. This keynote reflects on how her ability to rise serves as an inspiration for those who come after her, creating a legacy of strength, courage, and hope. Confidence doesn't always need to be loud or boastful. This keynote celebrates how a resilient woman rises with quiet confidence, knowing her abilities and potential without needing to prove herself to anyone but herself. This keynote celebrates how each rise adds another layer to a woman's foundation. Her resilience builds an unbreakable base of strength, wisdom, and character, ensuring that she stands firm no matter what challenges arise. Every adversity a woman faces is an opportunity for triumph. This keynote highlights how a resilient woman transforms obstacles into stepping stones, turning each challenge into a victory that propels her forward. Persistence is the key to her rise. This keynote focuses on how a woman's unwavering commitment to keep moving forward, no matter how many times she falls, is the source of her strength and ultimate success. Rather than hiding her vulnerabilities, a resilient woman embraces them. This keynote celebrates how she transforms her perceived weaknesses into sources of strength, recognizing that her vulnerability is what makes her human and powerful. A woman's ability to rise is deeply connected to her inner peace. This keynote reflects how resilience is not just about overcoming external struggles, but finding peace within herself that guides her through every challenge.